There's a big war going on, and children are being evacuated from England. But a plane full of boys has crashed somewhere in the Pacific, leaving a small tribe of survivors. Gosh, look at that big scar down the mountainside. The plane must have done that on its way down. Phew, it's hot. No need for school jackets here. If only there was a refreshing lagoon! Look, it's just through those trees. That's exactly where Ralph, our protagonist or main character, is headed. The boy scrambling behind him is called Piggy, but he hates that nickname. Ralph's pretty sure they're on an island with no grown-ups on it. Is this a nightmare or a dream come true? But where's the plane and all the passengers? Piggy says the wreckage was dragged out to sea in the recent storm. There must have been some kids still in it. When their plane was going down, Piggy remembers looking out the window and seeing parts of it on fire. He thinks the plane was attacked. Piggy might not be athletic and handsome like Ralph, but he's pretty switched on. But look at this beach and that rock platform. Gosh, the water is so clear, you can see straight to the bottom. Ralph has also spotted something else, a bathing pool. Wacko! The water is warm and deep. They might as well enjoy the island while they wait for Ralph's dad to rescue them. He's a commander in the Navy. But Piggy has some bad news. He'd overheard the pilot say something about an atom bomb. Everyone back home is probably dead, so rescue is unlikely. This is a unique problem, but let's be optimistic. First, they should locate the others. When Ralph finds a huge conch shell, Piggy tells him how to blow into it to make it boom. The call of the conch is heard, and soon other boys start emerging from the jungle. There are little ones, like Johnny, and bigger ones, like the twins, Sam and Eric. Then come the choir boys, led by Jack Merridew. If Jack seems full of himself, that's because he is. Jack's rude to Piggy, but gets a rude shock himself when Ralph is voted in as chief, not him. Although Jack can keep his choir, they will be the hunters. Ralph's first decision as chief is to order an expedition to the top of the mountain. They need to establish whether it really is an island with no other people on it. So Ralph, Jack and Simon weave their way up the pink cliffs, through tangled vines and over rocks, until they reach the very top. Golly, what a view! Yep, it's an island. Now all they have to do is stay alive until they're rescued. Shouldn't be too hard, right? As they make their way down the mountain, they find a piglet caught in some vines. The boys are hungry. Jack raises his knife and he hesitates, and the piglet escapes. There'll be no mercy next time. Back at the rock platform, Ralph calls another meeting. He confirms that they are in fact on an island, and they'll have to look after themselves until they're rescued. They'll need hunters for meat and some general rules to live by. To start with, no one speaks unless they're holding the conch. Jack is excited by the idea of punishing boys who break the rules. Ralph explains that since their plane was shot down, no one knows where they are. They may be stuck on the island for a long time. But it's a good island. There's pig meat, fresh water, fruit, and a bathing pool. So they may as well have fun while they're there. Then a little fellow reluctantly steps forward. He's frightened, so Piggy helps him communicate to the group. Apparently, the little guy has seen a snake-like beastie at night. It comes in the dark and tries to eat him. Ralph assures the group that there is no beastie, but the little uns aren't convinced. Jack seizes the conch and declares that If there is a snake beastie, the big boys will hunt it down and kill it. Putting the issue of the beast aside, Ralph explains how he knows they'll be rescued. The Queen's maps will have this island on it, and the British Navy will pull in sooner or later. This report earns Ralph the admiration and respect of the whole group. So, in readiness for rescue, they must build a signal fire. As soon as the word fire leaves Ralph's lips, the group are on their feet, following Jack up the mountain. Ralph, Piggy and the conch are immediately forgotten. Kids, am I right? Once they reach the top, they all start gathering firewood. Well, everyone except Piggy. When the pile is big enough, they make an embarrassing realisation. How do we start a fire? Piggy's specs. The boys descend on Piggy, snatching his specs and leaving him blind. And presto, we have fire. But how to maintain it? Maurice, one of Jack's choir boys, instructs them to put green branches on it to make smoke for a signal. Then an argument breaks out because they keep speaking over Piggy, who holds the conch. Ralph brings order and declares that they need a team to maintain the fire signal. Also, wherever the conch is, that's a formal meeting and they'll all respect the rules. Jack volunteers his choir boys as the firekeepers, hunters and ship spotters. The group applauds this generosity. But the boys are slow to realise what's happening behind them. Down the steep, unfriendly side of the mountain, the fire has gotten away on them. Piggy is the first to see it, a wide corridor of burning forest stretching down to the sea. They've got a smoke signal, all right, but there goes most of their firewood. When Piggy points out their carelessness, the other boys shut him down. So, Piggy loses his temper. They're acting like a brainless mob. If they expect to survive, they need to be practical, obey the rules, respect Ralph's authority, and watch out for the little uns. Speaking of which, where's the tiny fellow who spoke about the snake beast? The one with the birthmark. Where is he? Piggy last saw him down there. Oh no. Weeks pass. The boys' hair has grown longer and their freckles have darkened. By now, Jack has become a skilled tracker, but he's yet to make his first kill. The pigs are nimble and wary. It's maddening. Back on the beach, Ralph and Simon are trying to build a hut. They're not making much progress, and the other boys aren't helping. When Jack returns from his hunt, empty-handed again, Ralph is annoyed. This provokes Jack's rage. Is Ralph accusing him of something? Wow, what a temper. They really do need to get a move on with these huts, though. For one, the weather can turn nasty on the island. The other thing is that the little uns scream at night. Their collective fear of the snake beast gives them night terrors. It's as if the little uns sense that this isn't a good island after all. Having huts might give them a home and sense of safety. Being big uns, Ralph, Jack and Simon agree that there is no beastie. Although, when they're alone in the jungle, they often get a creepy feeling, like they're being hunted. Could the little uns be right? When Ralph and Jack inspect the signal fire from the beach, Jack has a brainwave. The pigs! When the sun's too hot, they must go up high on the mountain to rest. Uh-oh. Watch out, piggies. Jack's on to you. Meanwhile, Simon has gone off on his own. A few little uns have followed him. He knows what they want. He reaches up and picks the best fruit for them, passing it into their greedy little hands. Then Simon turns off the main path and makes his way to a sunny clearing. He checks that he's totally alone before stepping into a little cave, formed naturally by rocks, vines and leaves. A screen of leaves conceals the doorway, making it his secret cubby house. The other boys think him queer or odd, but Simon enjoys solitude. Inside his cubby, Simon listens intently to the sounds of the jungle and relishes in the night flower's fragrance. What's Simon doing out there on his own? Meditating? Hunting the beast? Or is it hunting him? We hope you enjoyed this Schooling Online production. For more easy lessons, check out our other videos.